as well as the Galactic Priestess of Spiral Light. All right, let's jump into this. How was that full moon for you last night? Wasn't that interesting? Woo! How is this day doing for all of you? How's this world feeling to you right now? How's everything? How's everyone feeling? How's everyone feeling? Oh my goodness, here we go. Okay, so today is Tuesday the 13th, and it's our first portal day. Now remember, I told you we were going to have 2 portal days back to back. So today and tomorrow are these 2 concentrated portal days. So with the full moon energy that we're still in, it hit its peak last night. So we're still in that full moon energy before it goes into a gibbons. And we're just in this place of trying to shift out of things that no longer feel really aligned with you. Like, no more saying, okay, this is okay for now. This is doing well for me, and just letting it slide. This is where now we're in the deep magic of the self, and we're looking at what feels good, what doesn't feel good. So, and then pulling in the true magic of self. So, let me back up, because I haven't been on here since the incident. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened. Okay, you want to know what happened? I'll go ahead and tell you what happened. So, get your water ready. I'm going to have codes for today, and then we're working with some other codes tomorrow. So, let me tell you what happened. So, 2 nights ago, I made this thing. I think it was on Saturday. I think it was Saturday night. So I did my whole ritual thing. I put everything out there. I did all my shields, activations, got everything activated out. Everything was good. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You set in your space at night so you can go to sleep, right? So I get everything all good. And I tell them, the xenomorphs, I tell the archons and all the lower beings, they don't have permission. They don't have permission in my space, blah, blah, blah. And that goes for anybody else trying to come up in my space. You don't have permission. So everything was good. Everything was perfect. I laid down and I said, I am setting my intention. I'm going to remember where I'm traveling to, where I'm going. I'm setting my intentions. Okay, so I go ahead and lay down, and I feel myself going into my sleep, and I'm like feeling good. I'm going to go, I'm going to get information. I'm going to bring it back. I have somewhere that I really want to go. It's where I was going to go. Okay. Not going to say, but I was going somewhere to go get something. And it kind of like when you set your intentions, you want to set it so it's within your space. You're not going to verbally say it out loud because they're watching. They know who's lit up. They know who's got their DNA going on. They're watching. Okay, so this is how we move as Be So Light Tribe people. You move silently in your light. Okay, don't leave a trail. You don't want to leave crumbs, energy crumbs, where you're going when you're coming back. All right. So I get myself situated. I lay down and I'm all excited because I got my intentions and I'm going. Okay, so the time I laid down was, I think it was 12:30. I was up kind of because I was full of energy, and I was like, yeah. So I lay down, go sleep. And I know I'm in where I'm supposed to be. I feel like I'm right there and I'm getting ready to go into the next part of it. And what happens? Out of the blue, at 5 a.m., I get slammed back into my body. And the only way that I got slammed back into my body is my car alarm went off for no reason. So I hear this car alarm, and I'm like, I feel myself as I got kind of like slammed back into my body real quick from the loudness of the alarm sound of the car. But it took me a while to kind of figure out if that was my car or somebody else. It doesn't go off. This second time it's gone off since I've been here. Since I just been here. And it's in what, almost 3 years? So I'm like, wow. And I when I'm coming out of it, I'm like, God, whose car alarm is that? It slammed me back. That's so loud. Jeez. The spirit says, it's your car alarm. You got too close to where you were going. They didn't like it, so they set the car alarm off. I'm like, what? So I get up and I look and my car lights are flashing and it's I'm like, oh my God, my car alarm's going off. So I go grab my keys and I'm trying to shut it off, and I shut the alarm off my car and I said, wow, isn't that a creative? I got too close to where I was and they threw my car alarm on to jolt me back into my body. And then I totally, because it was such a jolt, everything got like, couldn't remember anything. I was like, what? It's like blurry. It's real blurry. Like where I was, is blurry. And I'm like, damn it. So I said, okay, fine. I'm going to try a different route. I'm going to try something different. So now I'm doing this thing where I set everything up and I go into my light language. And when I go into my light language, I go to where I need to go. I see what I need to see. I get the info, and then I come back. Totally floating in between the rays of light. And I love this because I'm sharing this with you for this reason. All of us are getting such upgrades right now. You know, you're tapping in, you're finding out if you've been paying attention. I've had some posts put up, got a couple shorts put up, and you're trying to get the last bit of answers to the things that you're doing, or things right now don't make any sense how you're feeling. You know, the body is off the chain insane right now. You got your aches and your pains. You're feeling like, do I gotta go to the hospital because this has been going on? I got this weirdness in my ear thing going on, the sound, and then it disappears, and then it comes back, and then my body's doing all this weird stuff. So we're all going through this huge plasmic light charge up. Okay? This is no joke right now. It's hitting hard. And what's going to happen, most of us, if you're not really staying hydrated, you're going to know. You're going to know like that if you're not staying hydrated. Because your body is the amount of energy that's moving is pulling a lot of moisture. And plasmic and charges pull moisture to keep doing what they're doing, keep charging up, flowing through our atmosphere, flowing around us. It's pulling moisture. So your skin's going to feel drier. Your eyes are going to get more irritated, especially if you live out in California in the northern part where we have a lot of pollen. That's off the chain, not to mention, we got the dust and all that stuff mixed up in it. So there's a lot of sneezing, a lot of eye irritation, a lot of coughing. It's all irritants. Everything's an irritant to the body. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, all right. What's next, Spirit? I have something I want to do something different with colors and stuff. I want to go a little bit deeper. And I want to do my Orasoma. I want to kind of bring that back into spiral light. So when I went to my storage to kind of dig around and look for where that is, couldn't find my book. And I was like, what the hell? What's on my book? Trust me, this is one of those alignment things that always brings surprises. So Spirit just tells me what is going on and says, I need you to go to Half Price Bookstore. And I'm like, why am I going there? I said, go to Half Price Bookstore. We'll have it there for you. We'll make it real easy for you so you don't have to dig around looking for the book or anything. We'll make it real easy for you. We'll put it there. I go, those books aren't easy to come by. No, we'll have it there for you. I was like, okay, fine. So, went to Half Price Bookstore, and that's when I came across the cards called The Other World Oracle. I think I talked about that. And then the book that I was looking for was the Orasoma book, and it was $3.99. The only book on the shelf. I was like, okay, got it. So I've been diving into having some of my clients look at the chart that I send them, pick out the bottle that is striking to them, and when they pick it out, I sit down, I look at it, I get the codes, write out the frequency code, match up a tarot card with it or an oracle card with it, and then I do the read on them and give it to them on point ASAP. I am like, oh my goodness. So everyone that got their read last night, I did probably 6 or 7 people last night, and did one this morning and gave them their Orasoma read. And it's all about colors, because spiral light, we deal with the frequency codes, we deal with colors, we deal with anchoring, we deal with the pyramid. A pyramid is part of most of our work, and the spirals. It's enhanced with that. So when we throw in the colors and then you throw the codes on top of it, medicine, and then put it into the water, there you go. It's all good. So that has been happening, and it came out really good. So I will be doing that and offering that. If you want to dive in deeper and get that and look at that, it all depends on if you want to get a look at the color that you're drawn to. So that is strictly through emailing me, set up your session. I send you the picture chart so that you can sit with it. You send me back the number, then I sit and do the read and send it to you. That's pretty amazing. It's one of those things you have to kind of be ready for, because it's kind of like this. It's so on point, to the point to where you're like, damn, that's like in my face. So it's like the book just really, the way they put it together. So with this alignment, we have Alpha, we have kin number 50, we have the white spectral dog. I dissolve in order to love, releasing loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by my own power double. I am a polar kin of transport, the white galactic spectrum. I am the galactic activation portal. Enter me. So this morning when I look at the sun and I get the connection, I'm looking at the sun and I'm like, okay, and I close my eyes, any codes. Everything goes completely gold color, just brightened up gold. I said, okay, golden light, plasma lights coming in, golden light codes are coming in. So that's what's hitting us right now. So the color today is the white. We have planet Mercury. We also have the chakra crown and Earth family polar. And then we drop down into the message of when we open past the world system of conditional perceptions, then we enter into a vastly different level where a whole new cosmos dawn. This is going to be in the fifth superconsciousness, the mental sphere, and this is also the thermic force field. Then we're moving into more active telepathy. So if you've been feeling like your senses have really been wired high, there is a reason why. Because of so much of the energy coming in. And this moon with full moon in Scorpio, which is kind of interesting. You got to watch out for stingers, stinging situations, stinger energy, stinger things that you didn't see coming, but it was building up in the background, and it just came out and it went, stinging type of things that kind of make you sit there with this feeling of what the heck just happened type of thing. Okay, so hold on, I got my book. We do have a rune. Okay, the rune. Oh, this is good. This is perfect. Okay, so remember, we're in our first portal, and that portal is being activated today. So this is the Daji. So this rune is all about the cycle of initiation. It is all about the attitude of 180 degrees turn. For it is all about transition and radical, longer able to live ordinary life an ordinary way because of the timing needs to be right. It is about the outcome, assuring of from the present vantage point, predictable. Okay, so this is all about the warrior reveals itself. This is the energy that's about a major period of achievement and prosperity is often introduced with this rune. The darkness is behind you. Daylight has come. Nevertheless, you are reminded not to collapse yourself into the thoughts for the future or behave recklessly in your new situation. Considerable hard work can be involved in the time of transformation. Undertake to do it joyfully because it's about breakthrough. It's all about, hi, lovely. It's all about the breakthrough. So what's the breakthrough? I did the card layout last night and I put it in the group under a short video so that you can see what the layout was last night. So what is going to be your breakthrough? Where do you see yourself having the breakthrough? Is it where you have that aha moment where you take a breath and you finally look at everything around you, you write things out, and you're listing all the things that has your attention, like you're seeing where you're not happy. You're seeing where's your energy going. You're seeing what are you sitting with that's just not the criminal crew. It's not ringing your bell. It's making you say, you know what, enough of this. We're not tying ourselves into the political arena. We're not tying ourselves into all the drama stuff that we see in the world outside of us. This is all about your inner world. This is all about how are you feeling? Where are you, how are you feeling? Are you feeling like you're just sitting on the edge waiting for the shoe to drop? Are you feeling like I gotta make a move right now? If I don't make a move, this is it. This is over. Are you feeling like that? Are you feeling as though, oh, what's the use? I don't want to do it. I just whatever happens, happens. Are you doing that role? Which role are you playing right now? Because this is where you want to really look and say, okay, I'm not feeling totally good about this. Okay. This is where you get real. And this is where we want to use the energy of what is going on in the cosmos to help with shifting. And this is the time that you have that moment where you sit with your divine team and you want to make sure your divine team has everybody that is in benevolent light. There's no tricksters on your team that's going to have you going jumping rope at the four-way crossways, and that's going to help jumpstart your prosperity. No, no, no. You want to make sure that you have a good team together that's, one, cares about your welfare, two, they're working with you, and they're not going to violate your free will. They wait until you ask. Okay, until you ask for assistance. It could be small, it could be for big, but until you ask, they cannot do anything because it's about your free will. Might be your free will to just experience having that problem or staying in that situation, or you're experiencing something and you're staying with it. It's your free will until you ask, how can I change this? And that brings us back to that holy second. That holy second. Now, because things are shifting, yesterday we went through a major timeline shift. And I'm not talking about where everybody's talking about, oh, we went through a timeline. No, 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 no. I was sitting right here on the edge of the bed, thumbing through my book thing, and I was looking for something, and I think I was in the middle of someone's read, and I was doing the thing. I was putting all the info together, and I'm sitting there, and I literally feel this. I was like, are we having an earthquake? What was that? And I look, and I'm like, but I see like the napkin on my table do this like this, and then it drops, like it just sits, and I'm like, it's not windy. What? So I'm just sitting, and I said, okay. I go back and I'm looking, and I get this like pressure, and then I hear, and then I see the image of a rock dropping into the cosmos, and it's a wave that just hit us. And then I just saw choo 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 choo. And I said, oh my gosh, we just went ahead. That was 3 waves that just pushed us ahead. I said, oh God, now that's going to throw a lot of people off because they're going to feel kind of like out of it. They're going to be feeling like, oh, what am I, I'm feeling kind of out of sorts. I got a headache. What was that? You're going to feel more sensitivity. The ears are off the chart right now. I'm like, just things that I'm hearing, and I'm like, stop, just knock it off. That kind of energy is happening. So with those 3 wave push that came through yesterday, I'm like, wow. And then I go and look, and Stefan, he says, Oh, the sun just released some plasma light. And look at these 3 waves that just came off of the sun. I'm like, okay. That's right up there with the time that I was taking a medicine bath and I saw the ankh come up in the bathtub and I was like, what the hell are my plasmic charges? But they formed an ankh, 2 ankhs came off the sun. And I was like, oh. So we just had that full-on ripple effect that happened yesterday. So today it's probably going to be building in that energy of uh, kind of feeling spacey, kind of feeling that, oh, that's what I saw yesterday. I saw like a white cloud, like where the multicolored. Yeah, it was. It can show up like that, or you will feel the ripple effect. Literally, you will feel the ripple effect. It kind of makes you feel like there's an earthquake, but it ripples through, and then it just kind of stops. You're like waiting. Wait, when you question it, it's like, was that an earthquake? That's how you know. Earthquake, when it comes in, it'll shake, then it'll start doing this, and then that's how the earthquake goes. But when the ripple happens, the ripple goes, you get this weird sound, you get this pressure thing, you feel this. You literally can feel it come through your space. Doesn't matter where you are, you'll feel it. And you'll feel the wave kind of come through you. And you're like, what was that? Okay. When we have those ripples, that is a jump in time. Okay. You got to remember, in order for us to get out of the negative timelines and stuff, we have to go through this ripple effect of jumping forward. They're not going to just jump us forward all at once, because that would be so traumatizing to a lot of people. That would just undo a lot of people if we just went, okay, here we are, and just jumped everybody. So it would be like a huge ripple effect that would affect a lot of people. So if it's done gently, then you won't really notice things unless it's a Mandela effect, unless you notice like you lost some time. You feel like it's later than what it looks like. It feels off, like the time doesn't match with the day. And I'm noticing that. I'm like, okay, doesn't matching. And then looking out at the sky at night, you're seeing a lot of light. But even though if it's not a full moon, there's still a lot of light in the sky, which is supercharged. So that's what we're dealing with. So that is our white spectral dog for today. You got to stay hydrated, because if you don't stay hydrated, you will get muscle cramps, muscle spasms, tight leg muscles. And you won't notice it when it's coming in, because it's a part of being dehydrated. It's part of not having enough of your electrolytes or magnesium on board. Your body's using it up pretty fast. So you won't notice it until you have the full-on muscle cramp. And when you have that, it will bring attention to you that you have to get more of your energy online with that. So please, please, please stay hydrated. Now, in the Gene Key, number 48, it says the wonders of uncertainty. The wonders of uncertainty. It's going to have the wisdom of the Siddhi. It's going to have the gift of resourceful, and the shadow is inadequacy. So when we're looking at, now here's how this Gene Key fits in. It's going to be pushing on the lymphatic system. So if you've been feeling a little like puffy and swelling in some areas, like your legs, your back, your hips, your arms, underneath the arms. For women, for us, you might be feeling like a little bit more sensitive in your chest and don't know why. That's lymphatic. So your lymphatic system, you need to open that up. If you're not able to go out and go do your walking, you still can take care of yourself and just do the basic thing of getting the lymph to move. Lymph, remember, the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump system like the blood vessels do. Okay, when the heart pumps, it moves through the vessels. Everything has this way, and it makes its way through. The lymphatic system has to be moved with your movement. The muscles help the lymphatic system to move. So when you are looking at moving that, you're going to start off with, when you wake up in the morning, you're having that problem. You're going to look at your clavicle, okay, your collarbone, and just rub here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go above the clavicle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you tap it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Okay? I know. I'm going to order myself one. I was looking at the vibrational plates last night, and I'm like, I got to have a vibrational plate. So I'm hoping I can find one that's purple. So I'm going to be back on there looking. So get that open. Then you go over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then up above the collarbone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this, when you start having that neck pressure, because we do this all the time, we got our neck down, you're going to take your hand, go right down on the side, and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make those little circles. Okay? Then tap. Tap, 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 tap. And hold the intention. I am activating my lymphatic system. Okay? Same thing. Circle. Reverse it. Keep your breathing. And then tap. Okay? Then you go into where your armpit is, rub, okay? Open that up. This is why a lot of us as women will have problems here if we're energetically, because you're either giving too much, not giving back to the cell. But if you get a lot of congestion in this area, this is where it's sitting. So you move this, and the way you know that lymphatic system is all stuck back there, I'm good at it in massage. You'll take your thumb or your fingers and you press right here. Just give yourself a hug right now and just press right there. If it is sore and you're like, ooh, that's sore, that's your lymph, honey. That's what you got to move. What do? You got to move that. So this is where you go into the armpit and you just circle, 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 circle. Reverse it if you want, and then tap it out. Get it moving. Okay, you're going to reverse it on the other side. Same thing. It's all about moving that lymph. And it doesn't take a lot to get it to move, but once you do, then you can get rid of all the stuff that's stuck there. The same with the belly. When you do the belly, your hands on your belly will go, and then you can go like this, and you can go like this. Then you can go like this. Okay? Or you can go in, scooping up. Okay? So just rubbing the belly, side, and then circle, then reverse it, and then tap it out. Tap that belly. So if we have high cortisol level, which is something I've been dealing with, you'll get that belly fat. You'll get that distension going on, and it's because your levels are too high. So your body is going to break that down when you start paying attention to it. It's all about keeping your stress down. I know it's a challenge right now because we're all living on this planet that we love that's called Earth, but we got too many xenomorphs that are keeping us in this fight or flight mode. Kind of like the movie, huh? You just never know. Yeah, when you're an alien versus predator, everything's fine until you see one and then you start running. Okay, now you're stressed. Okay, so it's this kind of up and down stress thing that we are constantly going through. Everything is stressing us. So the cortisol levels are off the chain, giving us that problem. So stimulate that. Then, if you sit a lot and you're sitting in your office chair, take both your hands, place them on your lap, go down into the V, right there in that groin area where it's the thigh and the meeting of the pelvis. Right there is all lymph, all that lymph. So if you get up off the chairs and you're like, oh God, my back is sore, my hips are sore, I feel like my body is just not doing it. Take both hands and all you're going to do is just circle, 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 reverse it, go up and down, just go into that. It might even feel a little kind of like sensitive because the lymph in the thigh area, if you don't get that moving, it just starts accumulating all the waste product. And you're looking at your legs, and we as women, we look at our legs and we say, oh, I got so much cellulite building up. I look so weird. I look at that. Oh, you're sitting there saying that to yourself, but really it's the lymph that needs to move. So you do the circles, reverse it out, and tap. Then tap down the side of the legs on that IT band. Okay, tap it out. Then the last part you're going to do is on the back of the legs. So on the back of the legs, you're going to circle the back of the legs. So I'm going to pretend like this is the back of my leg. Circle, circle, and then this point right here on the arm, it's all about the lungs, baby. It's all about the lungs, circulation up in this area. So you start feeling a little light stress, just okay. Then what I like to do is I get just a little bit, feet are just a little bit apart, nice stance, raise up just a little bit on the heels, and just shake, shake it. Shake it up. When you're doing that, let your voice relax and just raise the arms up. And then boom, you got that lower body going. Take the arms, especially if you're sitting at the desk, you're doing this. Okay, what's going on here? Head's not, yeah. So let's shake it. Shake it out. Especially even if you're driving a lot. Shake it. Shake the body. Okay. And all right, so now you got the lymph system moving, which means you are not stagnant. You're not stuck. Makes sense? You'll feel a lot better. And this is where afterwards, you drink your water. Because the water helps to move the lymph, helps to flush the stuff out. So drink your water. right. So that's my lesson for you. Let me see. Okay, keywords here. If we don't know how to handle emotional states with equivalency, integrity, and clarity, we never fully enter adulthood, but remain at some level children. It is through your unknowing that the pearl will be delivered to you. So you must neither repress nor react to your fear. You must simply sit with it. You are wise because you do not know you are wise. You are powerful because you do not care about power. You are fearless because you do not really exist. Okay. So those are some of the key points of the key, Gene Key number 48 that coincides with this. So we have today's, this is guided by the heart. And tomorrow we'll have on the 14th, the blue crystal monkey guided by abundance. And those are the two portals that we're working that energy with. So these two portals, you can utilize these as extra push energy of what you're thinking about. What are you setting your intentions for? What is something that you really want to see change? Because this is where it's going to be cultivated right here. This is it. This is that seed. We already did all the other things before that. Now you're going to go in and say, okay, I am ready now. Universe, this is what I would love to have you help me with. Show me how, fill in the blank. Universe, cosmic grandmothers, cosmic ancestors of the utmost high benevolent light. You have to say that now. You can't just say cosmic grandmothers and cosmic, because what if someone wants to just say, oh, I think I'm a cosmic grandmother. Yeah, I think I'll slide on in here. Okay. And this, when you are in your dreams and you don't consent to false dream energy, you don't consent to artificial energies around you, artificial memories, all of that stuff. When you're saying that and you put that together, and when you're in dream world, if you see something that, or someone that is looks like family or what, and they come into your dream and you're like, oh, hey, what you doing here? You have to remember you have control of your dream. And this is where a lot of people will just say, oh, so-and-so was in my dream. I don't know what that was all about. But no, just take a breath and know that you're in that dream state and say, what are you doing here? Who are you? You look like this person, but I know you're not that person. What do you want? And because I'm asking you, you have to tell me. Because if you're not coming here for a divine message, then that means you're a lower energy and you have to leave. They'll leave like that. They'll either disintegrate in front of you because your words of what you just said were that much power energy just went in and just got rid of them. I tell people this a lot of times because what happens sometimes in certain dreams, when things are either repeating or you feel like, okay, I keep chasing, trying to get on the train, but I'm not getting on the train. I keep losing my ticket, da-da-da-da. Now remember, that's a catch-52, because a lot of times if you are going up and you're visiting with your star family, they purposely will make sure to wipe it so when you come back down, you can settle back in. But you're either always looking for something when you're up there. And then when you're really moving and going through different dimensions, you will come back feeling like you ran a marathon and every muscle in your body's killing you. Because you're like, what the hell happened? Did I fall in my bed last night and I don't remember? Okay, so these are those things to kind of look for. But otherwise, if you're just in your dream world and you're just feeling that energy and like someone's in there, you have every powerful birthright to tell them you need to leave. Get out of here. I got things to do. You are the magician in your world. You have the control of that. Okay? It's just a matter of you remembering and using it. That's what our whole problem is down here. Every single one of us. We are trying to remember who we are, why we're here, and what we're here to do. And now we have all the messengers that are sending out the information because they know everyone came here in waves, group waves. So they're going to send out a message for wave 1, then wave 2, then wave 3 and 4. Okay? So this is how a lot of us are getting messages on different divine timelines that's lining you up and activating you. Okay? So you're going to hear or feel some people say certain key words. Boom, that's an activation. You're going to see certain codes, certain things come through. Boom, that's an activation. But here's the trick. While you're getting activated, you have to protect those new codes. You have to protect the light of you coming online. Because what's happening, as soon as you get those codes, the watchers are like, oh, this one just got raised up. We can't have that. Then you start having scenarios. Weird things happening. And you don't know why. Because your light just got that bright. But if enough of us keep moving with the momentum and keep doing it, we build this wave up so much to the point to where they can't keep up with it. Well, this wave is going and this wave just shot straight up. Oh, now this wave is way up. And they're all over the place. And that's the whole thing, is to raise so much light to break through the convolution and the distortion to the point to where game over all the way around 360 degrees. Boom. Done. Okay. So it's really important right now with this particular moon, the energy of it, to be able to utilize everything that's going on. How do you really see yourself? How are you feeling? And being real, being truthful. A lot of us play this game, oh, it's okay, yeah, I'm fine. No. Are you ready to take that leap? Are you ready to really step out and do what you're going to do? Or are you just kind of playing, well, I think I'll just stick around and do this for another year or two. Everything will be fine. I'll just wait and see how everything's going to pan out. You know, are we going to have to go underground? Oh, that's right. I don't have the special key to get underground, so I'm going to have to stay up here. Is it really just all going to fall apart? Does anybody know? And then this is when anxiety comes in, because now you jump way ahead to no man's land, and you're like in that scenario. That's not where you want to be. You want to be present, down into the sacred heart of the self, activating with your codons and moving into that space and saying, no, I'm rising because I'm going to show so much light. That's what the weapon is, me. You're the weapon. Okay? So take this time today. We got this portal and the portal tomorrow. I'm going to link the two together. Here are your code energy for today. So if you've been feeling a little stressed and you just need to kind of get grounded because you're just feeling like you're all over the place, you might want to make sure you're wearing a good Herkimer diamond. So, before I give the codes, I got to say this. So, unconscious juice, the guy that likes to do all the coding thing. So, I just popped in and I saw him on this morning. I was like, oh, okay, what's he talking about today? Okay, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I typed in on his program when he was live. He was just getting started, and I typed in, and I said, yeah, I love it when I wear my Herkimer diamond because it helps me to focus better, and it divinely aligns me. So he saw it, and he says, oh yeah, the Herkimer diamond. Yeah, I heard that. Herkimer. Her key, mer. Her key. You have the key, but you have the mer. The mer is the ocean. So you're wearing the diamond from the ocean. And I was just like, I never even looked at it like that. Herkimer. Her cure, the key, her me. When you look at it, mer. And I'm like, oh my God, I never thought about that. Wearing the stone from the ocean is connected to the water, the myrrh. And then he took that, and there was some article he was reading, and it popped up with myrrh that had the myrrh in the article. He said, see, you can't make this stuff up. Everything is so coded with numbers and letters, you can't make this stuff up. So he looks at it, and then he says, what was that goddess name? The one, he went back to my name, and he broke it down, the name, and then broke down Be So Light. He says, this is about you're bringing people out of the darkness into their light. I about just fell off the side. I was just like, what? Because I started thinking, I said, yeah, because I remember the day when I got the name Be So Light. Be So Light. And there was a certain way I had to spell it. And I was like, wow. So he tied it all in to that, and then tied my name in with another lady who we both were writing something in, and it came up, and he was looking at it, and he coded that whole thing. And I was like, I said, what class are you having? I really want to sign up for that class. What is that class? So, yeah, I thought it was really cool. It was conscious juice. So I was just like, wow, that's really, I was just like blown away the way he said that. So here are your codes for keeping your stress down and bringing in a grounded energy so that you can ground yourself. Now remember, when you're just grounding, you got to move past the artificial light. I know this, back in the day, you used to be able to just, I'm just going to ground and sit there. Yeah, yay. Okay, I'm done. Now, you got to play the game. I am grounding and centering myself past the artificial light. Because that artificial light is the one that's mimicking a lot of stuff. And if you don't clarify that as the God goddess that you are, you're tapping into the light energy that is not going to sustain you. Okay? I know this is the game changer. This is how much we have to be on our best game. We got to get that poker face. You get that poker face. Okay? Because when you make those moves and you are allowing yourself to only tap into the highest alignment, then that's where you'll see your synchronicities. Then that's when you know being fed through the light of self and is nourishing, versus not being aware and tapping into artificial energy that is not supporting you. It's not going to support you. And that's the biggest awareness that all of us as light workers and spiritually growing into ourselves and waking up, we have to make that conscious awareness, dropping into the sacred heart. I am tapping into the highest light form, the true light form, the true God form, the true creator, mother, father, however you see that for yourself, whatever name you give that. It overrides the artificial one. Okay? Artificial never gives a response. It takes from you. That's the difference. This is why it's so important. When you pray, when you meditate, you literally say, I am rising my light up past the artificial, going straight into the divine. Artificial has no presence here. I'm not anchoring into that. And anything that's associated with that all the way around. Okay? This puts out a signature energy pulse out there into the cosmos of all your intentions and what you're doing. And it's lined up with that. That's going to guarantee your alignment. Another thing he said, and I typed in and said, thank you, more validation. He was talking about how the pyramids, when they get that energy and that plasmic light energizes them, they're going to shoot that light up and it's going to light up the grid and it's going to, the firmament, it's going to shatter it. I said, dang, that's what I've been talking about. So it was really good. A lot of us are going to see the same thing that others are saying. Those are the ones that are, you're in the synchronicity. Everyone's getting the same message. Kind of like how when 9/11 happened, a lot of people were having dreams the night before it happened and was having weird things. Like they were supposed to go into that building that day, but they decided not to. They changed things at the last minute. Or they were supposed to get on a plane and they were supposed to be meeting up, and things changed at that last minute because people were paying attention to this energy that they received. Now, let's take it one step further. Okay, let's take it one step further. With all the supercharged plasmic light around us, that living energy pulse, it hears, it sees, and feels everything because it's an energy around us. Which is why as the mage, as the magician person, when you're tapping in and you're putting your intentions in and you're saying, I'm anchoring onto that higher timeline, I am putting that there, that is what's making that alignment, that divine alignment, come true. Because you have the awareness plus the wisdom and the inner knowing that you're tapping into the true source. And you're not neglecting the fact that you're just sitting there taking it for granted that you're tapping in okay. This is where a lot of people are going to get screwed up because they're taking it for granted. And they're not taking the extra step and stating with their divine Heka and their intention of what they're getting ready to say and have a conversation with the divine about. So if you don't take that extra time, being the soul light person you are, you're still tapping into the lower timeline, that 3. And that's not meant for you. Kind of like you already went to the end of the book. You already know how the story's going to end. So now you all only have to do is just go back to chapter 5 and keep it moving. because you already know how it's going to end. You already know how your chapter is going to end. What is at the end of your chapter? Because now all you're doing is filling in the pages so that the chapter, the ending of the chapter, truly becomes what you just did here, and it matches with it. You already know the ending of the chapter. You already have it. So you're just filling it in so that it stays aligned with it. You're making it true here. Does that make sense? All right. Thank you. So here's your codes. First one for calming down the stress is going to be 0550 561. Activate transmission. To help with grounding and centering is going to be 5186 923. Activate transmission. And we're going to bring in healed DNA 1256 903. Activate transmission. Amplify. All right, there's your codes. Okay, we did that. I talked about that. I talked about this. The Orasoma, that is an email thing. You can, by this time, you should know you can contact me at www.galacticspirallight.com. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification if you'd like to know when I go live again. There you go. All right, I did all that stuff. Here we go. So, let's take a look at some good medicine for today, because the full moon of yesterday and the energy that we're in for today and tomorrow. So just look at these next 72 hours as a time of really intense putting it together energy. Okay? So let's look at this. Yeah, where's my thing? Here it is. Okay. Okay, so for the crystal grid, all my gridders out there, you're probably feeling a lot of, like, you got to go and do some grid work. Like, you got to be there. Yeah, you got to start from the beginning. Welcome on in, though, lovely. Yeah, just pay attention if you are becoming more advanced in your light and you're getting guidance outside in your travel, in your soul energy at night when you go to sleep. And just know that the certain ones that are watching, they're really protecting the areas of those of us that can map and get out, because there are certain ones of us that were born on certain ley lines for a reason. I just found that out, and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. I love this. I'm not going to need that one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and look at the stone medicine. Oh, wow. Shut up. Okay, we got a mirror effect going on with 2 cards already. I love the page. attention to the mirror effects. And then from the Other World Oracle, I'm going to pull a message from there. So my statue of my Andromedan the other night, I was laying in bed and I was listening to something on my laptop and I was just kind of dazing out, doing my thing. And I look over and she looked completely different. She literally looked like the physical Andromedan being. Like the head was the actual being looking at me. Looked entirely different. And I was like, I laid there for a minute and I'm looking and I'm like, and it was just kind of emanating, kind of glowing. And I saw a little bit of a shift and I was like, I go, hi. So let me guess. You kind of merged up oversee, you put a oversee of yourself over the top of my real statue of my Andromedan. But I actually see you. She got this smile on her face. And then it kind of just glowed and then it just slowly started fading away and then the actual statue color came back. And I was like, yeah, it's on now. Yeah, they're here. I'm like, yeah, it's on now. They're here. For sure. Okay, so here is our card for our crystal grid. It's Intuition number 72. Intuition. Nice points there. And then the reverse numbers of this is solutions. Solutions. Hyperscene. Okay, and then the number that brings it all together, and I like this, you have 7, 72, and then 27, but then it turns around and does this, 34. So the 3 and the 4 makes the 7, and the 4, you get 2 2s out of it. And this is courage, red jasper. So these two are playing that energy of that 7, that spirit energy. So now the stone medicine card that we got is relationships express, don't stagnate. This is going to be some high changes of volcano energy of expression of people. Some people are going to be kind of not getting their words right and they're just going to sprout off and say stuff. Just know we're in this high intense energy right now. We got a lot coming at us and some people are not going to do well with this. Some people are not going to do well at all. So just know that we do have Arcturian energy. We got the Arcturians. And then our other world oracle gives us this. And I like this. Gives us the birth. Birthing through. Pushing through. Look how the head is coming through a portal. Where is the portal? Look how the person is right here, and this is a portal. What's being birthed? That's crazy. Okay, and the last one is, what have we forgotten? Nature. Get out in nature. I'm waiting till the pollen levels are not so bothersome because I'm tired of when I go out, I start sneezing my head off. And then I'm congested for the rest of the day. And that sucks. I don't like it. So, the heart of the world. This is the heart of the world. It's the heart of the world. Think about what it means to be separated from nature, to be separated from one another. What does that mean? When we're separated out and we don't have that connection with each other. Back in the day, or should I say back in a time when we did not live complex lives, we lived more in harmony with all the elements and we flowed through everything. We had our hum, our tones. We did not speak with everything. We were here communicating. We were connected here through this area. Life was simple. We lived in utter beauty without the stress of existence. We were just ourselves. But then something happened and things got undone, taken away from us, stripped us down, gave us false stories of ourselves across the board, all of us. And we were given false stories of each other so that we would never have that togetherness. We would always see each other as a threat to each other. They took it all away. And we have been convoluted within ourselves ever since. And now, since we're moving out of that darkness of the self, out of that place of we're trying to remember what it was like to be our true self, with the purpose, with the intention, with the breath of life that sustained us in everything. What was it like to be that before we were overwritten of how we are going to be? This is what we're trying to get back to. It's the true divinity of our origin of self, who we really were before we were rudely interrupted, before we were rudely forced to be a different way and no memory of it. This is why so many of you are doing past life regressions. This is why when you see certain videos that some of us will post, it triggers you to remember something. It's triggering you to remember. And when you get that glimpse of that second right there, it opens up a door, just that much. It opens it up so that you can see it. And then you take that breath and you're like, oh my gosh, I just had an epiphany moment. I saw myself, or I saw something, or this place. I gotta go. And then your friends are looking at you like, what the hell you mean you gotta go? We got bills to pay and da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the distraction. We stay tied to that. And that's how come we all just kept sleeping. Literally sleepwalking in our lives. Thinking that we're happy. But we were having now a total recall moment. But don't let it turn into the sixth day for you. Because then you'll find yourself being dropped off on a planet, running for your life from a predator or an alien. But we're right here with them anyway, right? We're the ones that's carrying the light and the codes that can totally break this whole thing down. But everybody's still not awake yet. Everybody's still doing this weird thing, staying into the construct. Everybody's still trying to tap into, oh, if I keep pushing myself and keep doing this, I'm bound to keep. No, honey, because it's all breaking down. Before we were disrupted, we did things energetically trained. Before we were disrupted, we took care of each other and cared about it. Before we were disrupted. And before we were displaced out of our true nature of ourselves. Now, we're breaking the disruption. Now, we know where we belong, and we're going to take ourselves there, one way or another. Because as we remember and give ourselves that permission to hold our truth and to really be that, we stay true to it. And then the ones that don't see it, they are literally the ones that will stay behind in that energy because they have forgotten who they are. They totally have forgotten because there's too many little lines of stuff to take your attention off of you and put it there. Remember, the timelines